So here I am, about halfway into the dish or so. I'm not a slow cooker. I haven't been kind of guy other than sous vide, but those are very particular recipes and temperatures and times and stuff relative to that. The crockpot picks just a little bit higher temperature. It's like 200 or so degrees, and this recipe I followed was like, yeah, 4 to 6 hours. So I was like, okay, maybe I just do 5 hours, and that should be like perfect. It's very, very good, and you can see it like how the pork just kind of splits apart. It just flakes off here. I have the steak knife here, but I don't need it at all. I have not used it one time. Will probably not use it one time, but it like the one thing after I kind of got this thing going, I kept looking for different slow cooker recipes and stuff for pork chops, and they were all like hey, pork dries out like very fast as like once it's like cooked, and so I would just say like this pork like did that a little bit. It's like I think 5 hours was like maybe a little bit too much. It's still very tender and it's very nice, but it is a little bit dry and everything. But it's really good. I mean, it's really good. You can't complain. And the fucking salsa verde is just bomb. I think maybe like really the way to go on this is like to marinate it for like 24 hours in the salsa verde before you do this slow cooker recipe in it, and then it would really absorb it. But it's like, man, whether or not that's true, like you really get the taste of it, you really get the flavors. It's great. And like I said earlier, it's like when I walked in the house, when this thing had been on for like over 4.5 hours, it was like, oh my God, Jesus, I love this. Getting like salsa verde, fucking layers, yeah. So yeah, and then a note about the starch here, like I said, I didn't know how long to cook it. After I started cooking it, planning on 5 hours, I started to see like other articles that were like, oh, not that much, So I was like, well, I better, just cut it at 5 hours. And I have a baking potato on hand, a russet potato. I've got the rice, but all those things would have taken another like half hour, 45 minutes or something. And like the sushi rice is like, it's great, but like they say, like I think you gotta like soak it just on its own for 15 minutes before you can put it in the rice cooker. So it just was like, I'm not waiting for the fucking starch. I'm gonna just I've got these Kettle brand salt and vinegar chips, and they're fresh in the bag. Their bag's not open yet, so I'll just do that, and then made up these peas really, really, really fast, and so like I think I was correct about that assumption, because like I think at 5 hours this was already pretty done, and next time I might like look at a shorter time span, but it's still very good. It's still very good. I'm still very happy. So yeah.